What's up, guys? Thanks for joining me for a new video. As you can see, I have a gaming headset on. That's because my almost $600 microphone that I bought so that you guys could enjoy crisp, clear audio quality for some reason is not working right now. So I'm hoping that I can figure out what's wrong, but I wanted to get this video out. You know, the show must go on. So today we're going to do some Etsy shop reviews, and we're going to be looking at the Cuppy shop. And I'm excited to share this one with you. I haven't actually looked at anything yet, so it's going to be completely organic when I give my review. But it looks like they sell a lot of coffee mugs, so this one should be interesting. And yeah, let's get started. Real quick, before we review the shop, I just wanted to let you know in the description, I've got a link to a print-on-demand weekly giveaway. I'm giving over $1,000 in prizes away to 2 lucky winners. It's free to enter. Use the link in the description. Right next to that, I've got a free print-on-demand mini course that'll walk you through setting up the Printful Etsy integration, and it's completely free, delivered to your inbox over 8 days. And I've got a print-on-demand Facebook community. I'd love to have you there. All right, let's jump into the shop review. All right, so my first impression of the Cuppy shop is I love the branding. This looks like it just looks like it belongs on Etsy with that cute little handmade feel to the shop, even though I'm assuming you're farming out the work to a production partner, but hey, the customer doesn't know. I love the branding though. I love that your banner goes in with the same design style as your logo there, and it says the Cuppy shop. It implies that you're going to be selling cups and mugs, and I'm assuming that's what we are going to see when we scroll down. Shop owner Patricia from Lexington, Kentucky, on Etsy since 2020, so a relatively new shop. You've already been favorited 10 times, and you've got 14 sales. That's great, and I hope you can get some more sales. You've got a note here that the printing time has changed from 3 to 4 days to 5 to 6 days, and as we head into fourth quarter, guys, be mindful that those production times may be extended, so you may need to update your handling time and let people know on Etsy, on Amazon, wherever you're selling, because you don't want to get in trouble for late shipments. Actually, I know one of it was a top 100 Etsy shop at the time that got kicked off the platform for having like a couple late shipments, even though they were just absolutely crushing, and Etsy was making so much money off them, selling their own customized silver jewelry. Anyways, separate story for a different day. So already I'd like to compliment you on your designs, especially if you're doing them yourself. Like this cat design looks awesome, and it looked like the whole shop had the same look and feel to it with a artistic perspective. You've got the cat's name underneath the cat graphic. It says Twinkles by default. If I may have, just thinking out loud, like I may have put like in square brackets in a different font that was bold your cat's name, like really to make it really evident, because otherwise what are you gonna sell a mug that says Twinkles? I mean, unless your cat's name is Twinkles, it probably wouldn't make sense. So that's what I'd personally do. Like whenever I would sell personalized products, I had, I mentioned you guys in another video. I can put a link to it in the YouTube cards, but I had a template that I used to create my Etsy thumbnails. I would swap out the background, make it pop more. That's another thing that I think you can do to increase your click-through rate from search results. But I would also put like a banner with big text, customization available, and that way there was no confusion, and it's because like we live in this world of like short attention spans, and no one's reading the title. No one's reading the title above me. They're looking at the graphic for all the indications, and you did put personalized in the graphic. It's just, and I mean, hey, it's your shop, so you can do it however you want. I do see the word personalized, so I get it, but I think like putting maybe square brackets around in red, like indicating, or put an arrow, and put the arrow that points to Twinkles so they can see that, if they click here to add their personalization, Fluffy or Mr. Bigglesworth. Shout out to Austin Powers if you guys remember that movie. Rare find, only one left in stock. You may need to update your stock because it's, I mean, unless you're fulfilling these yourselves, which I wouldn't expect. This looks like a Gear Bubble two-tone mug, so you'd have infinite stock. And at $14.98 minus $6.95, I believe is the base cost, you'd be making $8.03, and then Etsy's gonna take around something like 10 to 12%, 11%, something like that, when all is said and done. But yeah, I do like these designs. It looks like you've got some other I do what I want cat mugs. Okay, personalized again. That looks pretty good. Your primary thumbnails, though, I mean, your primary thumbnail really needs to speak to the potential buyers, and like this that you did right here, with a white mug on a white background and this kind of faded out text, it's put it this way, it's not gonna help your click-through rate in search results. And I don't want to say it's gonna hurt it, but it's not gonna help it. And if you were to put it against some like background that pops, maybe a dark oriented background so that the contrast helps highlight the mugs, I think that would be really good for your shop. I love that you're doing mugs specifically, that it's like a niche shop. And I mean, here, you've done it on some of these thumbnails. I think these look awesome. It looks like you may be on Gear Bubble, because I don't have all the Gear Bubble mockups memorized, but I know some of them look like this. I do love the design style that you've got going on here, though. The marshmallows, that reminds me of that Redbubble shop that I like to reference called Sugar High. You know, they have their own design style, and they have that theme of like sugary candies and whatnot. But this is really, I mean, if you're doing these graphics yourself, which I'm gonna venture a guess that you are, I do really think these are really well done. And if you are using Gear Bubble, you may want to, I'm in some of the Gear Bubble groups with some of the people that are just like absolutely crushing it on Etsy, and they create a lot of work for themselves in doing what I'm about to suggest, but I know it works. Oh man, guys, I'm having a bunch of technical issues today. It stopped recording, so I lost like 5 minutes of really good content. Let me do my best to just kind of brush over what I was about to say. So to complete this thought that I'm re-recording, you can create a template on your end where you can mock up your designs on the various different mugs that Gear Bubble offers, assuming you're using Gear Bubble. So you've got like the various different coffee mugs, different colors, two-tone. You've got the camper mug. You've got tumblers. You've got the what else is there? Travel mugs. So a lot of different options. And even if you can either build that into your listings as variations, or just you can increase your prices honestly to offset it. Or maybe you don't, I guess don't mix in like the more expensive options like travel mugs, and just increase your prices and say that they can message you and say what type of mug they'd like to purchase it on. Or, add those variations yourself. It does create a lot of manual effort, but I mean, it can pay off. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen some people just making crazy money on Etsy selling mugs through Gear Bubble. So, by the way, whenever I mention Gear Bubble too many times, I just want to mention, like, I'm not a big Gear Bubble fan. I do use it, but I ended up paying $2,000 in 2017 to get lifetime integrations. I do not want anybody to pay month to month for Gear Bubble. It just doesn't make sense. So you either pay a lump sum up front, in my mind, or don't use them and just use somebody else. I don't think you should have to pay for print-on-demand production partners when there's so many good ones that are free. So, I'm re-recording everything. So what I was really mentioning in the part that had the audio cut out was that, your thumbnails, if you can just increase the quality of them, and a lot of these are really good. Some of them, though, where they're like off-center, I think, could be done better. Like this one's a little bit off-center here. I think it looks better in the center. I like that you've got a lot of personalizations enabled. That is good. And you can even offer or select the skin tone. That's pretty cool. So I like that you did stuff like this. You're really taking advantage of the dynamic nature that Etsy allows. And one other thing too that we need to just mention is you should be running a sale. You should always have a 5% off, 10% off, whatever percent, doesn't really matter, percent off sale. So if you are selling for $14.98, you can still increase the price of your products, and you can do this in bulk using sections in your inventory, or whatever they call it, shop tab on Etsy. You can do it in bulk where you increase the prices, and then you can just, if you increase the price by 10% and then run a 10% off sale, you're making just as much money, but you will increase your click-through rate and your conversion rate from running that sale. Also, pro tip, if you set the duration of your sale for every 2 days, you'll be in good shape, because Etsy will add a little timer that says, hurry up, the sale's ending. And it adds that sense of urgency to your buyers. And it's really easy to, like, you don't have to wait for the sale to end to refresh it. So if you're worried, like, I'll forget to refresh the sale. Number one, you may still get sales at your full price, because I mean, whenever I forgot to refresh the sale, I was still making sales at the higher asking price. But what you can do too is you can go in and hit the big red cancel sale button early. There's no penalty for doing that, and then restart the sale. So that's what I would recommend. But I really think your shop is on its way. I think you're doing a great job. I hope that when I check back in 6 months or a year, that I see, instead of 14 sales, 1,400 sales. And then your reviews. I mean, keep in mind on Etsy, it's like you get more reviews, that leads to more sales, which leads to even more reviews, which leads to even more sales. It kind of snowballs. It's a feedback loop. So you should definitely, in my mind, like, keep up your great work with Etsy. Try to scale this out, even if that means, like, you know, if you're doing your own original designs and that's slowing you down, maybe build out and enhance your listings so that they can purchase the products on a wider variety of mugs. You know, you don't even need to go in and offer the variation. You could just create a mock-up and say, put a little message in the image or in the description that says, like, shoot me a message for special pricing, or just increase the price to $19.99 so that whatever they buy, they're paying that premium. And then whatever mug they select, because I know some of them have variable base costs, but that way you're covered either way. Just thinking out loud. But I like your shop. I wish you the best. I really think this is one of the better ones that I've reviewed. Somehow my audio cut out again, but I really do like this shop. I think you're on your way. When I check back in the future, I really hope that I see over 1,000 sales, hundreds of reviews. Remember, the more sales you get, the more reviews you get, the more reviews you get, the more sales you get. It's a feedback loop. So I really do wish you the best. I think that this is a good investment of your time, because I think that, like, you have a really good eye for graphic design. So stick with it. I think you've got a successful print-on-demand shop in your future. And that's it. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you have any feedback, definitely let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like the video, all I ask is let me know and let the YouTube algorithm know by hitting that like button. And if you're not subscribed and you want to do so, I would also appreciate that. But thanks, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at ryansmethod.com. Thank you.